Now, growing up in New York, I love pizza. Every place I've gone since, they give you all kinds of excuses why they can't make a good pizza. Oh, it's the water, it's this, it's that, it's the altitude. All crap. If you know how to make a good pizza, you can make one anywhere. But because of all these issues, I've had to start making my own for a good pie. And let me tell you, once I started making my own, as soon as people find out I'm making them, they start asking for them. So I have to make a number of them every time that I make pizza. So we're going to start with our dough. So in your mixer, you're going to start with 3 3/4 cups of flour. Going to put it on a light blend here, just to get the stuff incorporated as we put it in. We're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Two teaspoons of instant yeast. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The next step is 1 to 1 1/4 cups of water. Start with your first cup. Slowly adding in, let it get incorporated. You may need a spatula to knock down the sides. Kind of get some of the dry ingredients in there. Now, you can do this by hand if you don't have a mixer. But have I mentioned that I'm lazy? Now this will take a while for your water to get mixed in with your dry ingredients. And probably a couple times you'll have to scrape down the sides to get the real dry stuff down into the middle where your dough hook can get to it. But that's pretty simple. If you're still a little dry, you can add a little bit more of your warm water. Do it in stages. It doesn't take much to get into the dry flour. You want your dough to be soft, stringy, not too wet. When you've got a good dough ball going around your dough hook, you want to give it like 5 minutes to really knead that dough, to get everything mixed in so it'll rise evenly. Now that we have our dough kneaded properly, we're going to take another bowl, oil it, and put our dough ball into it. Round it out a little bit. I like to bring the sides in and under. And then we're going to just take that ball, kind of roll it around in that oil on the inside. And now cover it. You can use a tea towel or a little bit of plastic wrap. And this is going to set in a warm spot for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. You want it to just a little more than double in size. Now our dough is risen. We got our mat for rolling out pizza. You can use flour, but I actually prefer cornmeal because it gives the pizza, stretch it with your hands as much as possible so you can get a nice rounded look and thin that out so you have a little less rolling to do. You want to make sure you don't get any holes in it though. Holes you're going to have to fill in. You don't want the sauce going down and hitting that hot pan. See, there's a little hole. We'll just fill it in. Probably got as much we can stretch by hand easily. So we just drop it there on the cornmeal, give it a little flip with your roller. Start rolling it out. There's a little hole, fold that over. Keep it turning so you got a nice round pizza. And it's not going to be perfectly round. We don't use a machine like they do at the chain stores. Now you can see this is starting to roll back on you. That's why we use a docker. Just a little pointy thing you get on Amazon for a couple of bucks. And you roll it through your dough. And this will loosen your dough up so that it'll stretch out and not snap back on you. That's still a little thin right there. I like my pizzas nice and crisp, so I like them thin. If you like a doughier pizza, leave them a little thicker. You know, life is pretty simple when you look at it. And just like in cooking, the rest of life is the same way. It's really not that hard. Now, to our dough. I have a butter, garlic, and basil mixture here that I'm just gonna spread all over this dough. So that we have tons of flavor on this pizza. And your sauce. I have a friend that she makes the best spaghetti sauce. This is a mushroom spaghetti sauce. Oh, look at that. That's just gorgeous. You don't want to put it on too thick because you don't want a soggy pizza. Now, if you don't have a friend that makes the most amazing sauces, you can really use any spaghetti sauce. The thicker the better. Again, you don't want a soggy pizza. Now this one gets pepperoni. I do like to be liberal with my pepperoni. Just love the taste. And if you're ordering out, you hardly ever get enough pepperoni. So if I'm making it in, it gets a good amount of pepperoni. Then top it with mozzarella. I like to go right out towards the edges. Again, I like a good amount of mozzarella on my pizza. I like it all bubbly and brown. Oh. Now, a pizza oven, or your house oven, I have it set for 500 degrees. The hottest you can get it, the better. And inside the oven, I have a cast iron pizza pan, which is also at 500 degrees. So be careful. Now I take my little pizza peel here, get it under the pie best I can, and we're going to go right over here onto the pan. Oops, lost a little cheese. That's got to go back on that pizza. There we go. And this goes right into the oven for 5 to 8 minutes. And when all's said and done, this is what you end up with. A crisp, cheesy, gorgeous, gooey pizza. Oh God, this is wonderful.